In this next program, we're going to build a program that allows our robot to follow the right side of a black line using a light sensor. We will need to use or create a loop. A loop is a set of commands that are repeated for a certain amount of times. To start this, let's go to the Structures menu and then pick the Jumps and Lands, and let's pick a red land. Left click and drag. This land icon indicates the start of our loop. We need to utilize a light sensor to indicate what the color of the surface the robot is on. Go to Forks, choose NXT Light Sensor Fork. Left click and drag. There are 6 ports with this icon. The first port we'll look at is called port. On your brick there are numbered ports from 1 to 4. This is where you connect your light sensor to. I am choosing port 1. Now to do this, go back to main menu, then to modifiers. Then choose input 1, and then connect the port to input 1. The light sensor will measure the amount of light reflected off a surface. They will express the amount of reflected light by a unitless number. Lighter surfaces reflect more light and have a higher number. Darker surfaces reflect less light and therefore have a lower number. The compared to number is a threshold number that decides if you are on a dark or light surface. Right-click over this port and create a constant. I'm going to choose that my threshold number to be 45. However, this could change in different lighting environments. So in my case, if the reflected light is more than 45, the robot is on a light surface, and I will only want to make the right motor to move. Now, if the reflected light is less than 45, then the robot is on a dark surface, and I will only want the left motor to move. This will induce what is called a penguin walk. Let's start with the first case, when the reflected light is more than 45. To start this, go back to the main menu, and first start with the stop sign. Stop all ABC. We want to connect this to the port where it's more than. And now, we want motor C to move, forward. Connect this motor icon to the stop sign. Similarly, we can do the same when it's less than 45. Connect another stop sign to the less than port, and then connect a motor A forward icon. Also, let's select our power levels for these 2 motors. Go back to the modifiers menu, and then select power level of 2, and connect both of these motors to this power level. So now we've created a set of commands that allows our robot to follow the right side of a dark line. However, we have not told it how far to travel on this line. The first step in solving this problem is to merge our fork. So go to the Structures menu, then go to Forks, and then go to a Merge. Connect your 2 motor commands to this merge. To command how far along the line the robot will travel, we will use an NXT rotation sensor fork in the Forks menu. Connect the merge to this new icon. And now notice we need a port to measure how far along the robot has traveled. So we'll measure from motor A. So go back to the main menu, and then go to the modifiers, and then go to output A. Connect port to output A. Just like in the light sensor fork, we need a compare to number. In this case, this is the total number of degrees of rotation for motor A. Right-click on this port, and then create a constant, and then type in 1000 degrees. So as the robot travels along the black line, it will continuously compare the total amount of rotations to 1,000. So let's take the case when the total rotations is less than 1,000. We need to continue the loop through a jump command, which will then go back to the land command. We need a jump command to complete our loop. To do that, let's go back to the main menu, go to Structures, Jumps and Lands, and then pick a jump. Connect that when it's less than. The other case is when the total number of rotations is more than 1,000, and that's where we want to end our program. So first, let's get a merge. Connect the bottom to the jump command and the more than to the top port, and then connect it to the red light. So let's review this program once more. So we start our loop with a red land, and then we go to a light sensor fork, which senses what surface the robot is on. If it's on a lighter surface, it will turn only the right motor. However, if it's on a dark surface, as in the dark line, it will just move the left motor, and it will induce what's called a penguin walk. This will continue for a certain amount of distance, which is noted in the rotation sensor fork, which is at 1,000 degrees. So this program will continuously turn until 1,000 degrees is met. If it's less than 1,000 degrees, it goes back to the loop, and that's indicated by the jump command. It jumps back to the land, and this is what we call a loop. However, if it's more than 1,000, it will end the program.